So the next time you are feeling stuck in anxiety, I suggest you just try this out. Take some kind of action. Take an action that is something that's within your ability to do. I know that taking action can feel overwhelming. It can be challenging to do. And that's why it is super important that you start by doing something that is small. I love these three beautiful words. They are small baby steps, small baby steps. Hi, I'm Marcy Scheimoff. I'm the founder of Your Year of Miracles, where we help people live in what we call the miracle zone, which is that place where you feel like you are in the flow with the universe and you experience more synchronicities and more miracles in your everyday life. And today's miracle moment is about the antidote to anxiety spirals. What I've noticed is that people are more anxious than ever these days. There was actually a recent poll by the American Psychiatric Association that found that 43% of adults say that they feel more anxious today than they did just last year. And the American Psychiatric Association suggested that anxiety might be more rampant because of the unprecedented exposure that we have to everything that is going on in the world. I agree with that. I think that that's probably a really good assessment. And I imagine that you have experienced having a spike in your stress levels after just spending a few minutes watching the news. You might even be staying away from the news, but your social media can wreak havoc on your nervous system. So whether you're seeing people sharing about current events or whether you're on social media and you're getting FOMO just after seeing somebody's fabulous photo pictures from, a place you want to travel to, it's so easy to look around and get caught up in anxiety spirals, whether it is that we're worried about the economy, or we're worried about the climate, or we're worried about technology, or maybe it's a family member's health, or your children's future, or your finances, and the list goes on and on. And so it doesn't matter if your anxiety or your stress feels like it's personal or it's about the world, it still affects us. So how do we break out of those anxiety spirals when we feel like we're just getting stuck in that? Well, I want to share with you something that I learned from a beloved mentor of mine. She was a renowned anthropologist, and her name was Arrien, and she had a saying that action absorbs anxiety. Action absorbs anxiety. Now, the idea is simple. And the idea is that by taking action, the anxiety that we have, it helps really relieve any kind of anxiety or despair that we have about the situation. So if you just sit and you ruminate about it, you can easily get stuck in that worry or that anxiety spiral, downward spiral. And there are really a lot of things we know that are just out of our control. But when we focus on what it is we can do to help the situation, we can shift our internal state and really make a great step forward in our lives. So the next time you are feeling stuck in anxiety, I suggest you just try this out. Take some kind of action. Take an action that is something that's within your ability to do. I know that taking action can feel overwhelming. It can be challenging to do. And that's why it is super important that you start by doing something that is small. I love these three beautiful words. They are small baby steps, small baby steps. There's actually a word in Japanese that's called kaizen, and it literally translates as continual improvement. And in Kaizen, the way that you accomplish the most is through small baby steps, but doing them consistently, because that's the best way that we can overcome our resistance to change. You see, the brain sees change and it says, no, no, no. Too much fear goes into a fear alert. So it makes you like hyper vigilant. But when you take small, gradual baby steps, you actually fly under the brain's fear radar. So, when you do this, your brain can't hit in the tilt of fear. And so small baby steps consistently, you're going to find that you get farther, faster than trying to do a lot at once. And it gets you out of that anxiety spiral. So the next time you find yourself stuck in anxiety, then you turn off the news or you take away the device that you're looking at and you take some action. And I just want to walk you through a very quick process that you can do when you are in the midst of that anxiety. So I invite you right now to put one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly. And this actually calms down the vagus nerve, which calms down your whole nervous system. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And you can leave that hand on your heart. And we're going to do a little bit of breathing that supports your system to help regulate it. So I'm going to invite you to breathe into 4 counts and then hold for 2 counts and then breathe out for 8 counts. And I'm going to ask you to do this with your eyes closed now, but later on when you're going through your day, you can also do this with your eyes open. But I find it's a little bit better if you can really bring your attention inward. So let's start by inhaling deep in the belly. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just relax your breath. You can relax your hands. Just breathe at your normal pace. And just notice if you feel a little more settled. Just notice how you feel in your body. And sitting in this state right now with your eyes still closed, I invite you to bring your attention to a thought that can tend to be a triggering thought to you these days, something that triggers you in anxiety. You might have a few, but just focus on one. It could be a relationship challenge or some money stress or something going on in the world. Where's your mind most hooked? And now in this relaxed state, I invite you to listen to your heart about what is a baby step that you could take right now to support yourself in that area of anxiety or challenge. So just stay in your heart. You don't need to go into your head. Just in your heart, what is a loving, small baby step that you could take? Maybe it's making a phone call, or maybe it's doing a little forgiveness practice. Or if your anxiety is about finances, what's an empowered money step you could take? Not too big, a small step. And maybe you could spend 10 minutes looking at your bills and seeing how to best handle them. Or you could find a creative way to bring in more income. It doesn't matter what it is, just that you take a baby step, because when we relax, when our bodies relax and we connect in with our hearts, we can feel into a positive baby step that helps us move out of that stress victim mode and move into good action. Remember, action absorbs anxiety. So now I want you to imagine, picture yourself, or feel yourself actually taking that baby step forward. Picking up the phone and calling the friend, or doing some forgiveness with yourself, or looking at your bank account. So just imagine yourself taking that positive baby step forward. And notice how you feel. Fantastic. Congratulations. So now I invite you to just stretch, wiggle your fingers and toes, and when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. So this is what I'm going to invite you to do. Every time over the next few weeks that you feel stuck in that anxiety spiral and you are going down, just take a moment, do this simple process where you put your hand on your heart, your other hand on your belly. You breathe into that pattern, breathing in for 4, holding for 2, and then releasing for 8. And then you ask your heart, what is a baby step forward that you can take so that your action can absorb the anxiety? And I'd love to hear your thoughts on what baby steps you're taking for your anxiety spirals so that you can really move forward. Please share them in the comments. And I'm going to leave you with a quote from Aesop. Yes, Aesop from Aesop Fables, who said, "Little by little does the trick." So in the coming weeks, may that be true for you. May those baby steps move you in that direction of the miracle zone. And I am wishing you a fabulous week ahead, and I'm sending you lots and lots of love.